So let's get back to this story. I moved to Toronto from Arizona. No one even nods or waves at each other. Is Toronto the least friendly city on earth? The chat is saying 87%. Yes, it is. It is the least friendly on earth. Unbelievable. Let's get into the story as it's read here. Question. What is the protocol when... So this is the person calling question and answer from Lizzie Tesher. Lizzie Tesher is an advice columnist for the Toronto Star and is based in Toronto. Send her relationship questions via email. Question. What is the protocol when moving to a new neighborhood as far as relationships with your neighbors? I just moved here from Arizona and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to behave. At home, I rarely see our neighbors. We drive everywhere. We need to go and maybe only see people when we're walking the dog or mowing the lawn. A wave usually suffices, but here I see people walk straight past one another without even a nod, or see complete strangers stop and chat. It's very confusing. What's your take on this situation? And the take is just scrumptious. It's absolutely beautiful, this take. Canada is the CO2 green or great conversion Brookfield asset. There you go, yeah. Thank you, my friend. Yes. You got a gift. That's awesome. So here's the answer, and this is delectable. I only assume you mean Toronto because when you say here, I only assume that you mean Toronto. I mean, just the condescension right out of the get-go is just my favorite. I love it. Clyde was born and raised in South Detroit. Yeah, just like the Journey song. Born and raised in South Detroit. So I can only assume you mean Toronto when you say here. I don't know. Lady, she wrote the Toronto Star. What do you think she meant when she says here? She wrote to the Toronto Star columnist based in Toronto. That's what she meant by here. Oh, man, like right out of the gates. It's just very Toronto. Thank you for the condescension. Right out of the gates. I grew up in Toronto and it was way different back in the 90s. I lived in Toronto for a short period in 1999, like end of the 90s. And Toronto was pretty cool even back then. But wow, things are different. Things are a little different these days, folks. So back to the answer. Sorry, I went all over the place. I could only assume you meant Toronto when you said here. And I don't know what neighborhood you moved into. She's not going to divulge, man. Like, do the different neighborhoods, does it matter? Like, you got rude neighborhoods and you got better neighborhoods. Couldn't you just like call the neighborhoods rude and better? You know? I don't know. What do you want this person to say? Ironically, when people moved into our home, or when we moved into our home a few years ago, I distinctly remember that one neighbor popping out and welcoming us and telling us how friendly our street was. It was November and we never saw another human being until spring. You don't see human beings. I grew up in Windsor and it didn't matter. Wintertime, you see people everywhere. What are you talking about? This is crazy. When I lived in Toronto, people were everywhere. People all over the place. You bumping into people all the time. So I don't get that. Then she goes on to say, my point is, Torontonians are very weather affected. If you're not walking out, if you're not out walking in the winter or any unpleasant weather for that matter, you can expect heads down and no friendly exchanges. My experience has been that once the sun comes out, people stop looking down and start looking up, literally and figuratively. And most people say hi when they pass you on the street. What are they saying hi for? Like, hey, hi, wear a mask. Hey, put your mask on. I don't know. I'm just interjecting there. I thought it was hilarious. But having said that, I'm just a friendly person, and I say hi to everyone. So they may just be responding. I'm just so friendly. Listen how awesome I am. I can only assume you meant to say Toronto when you said here. Listen how friendly I am. And I don't know what neighborhood you moved into. Ironically, we moved into our home a few years ago. How nice are you? Wow. I love this story. Sorry. Oh, I'm getting into it, I think, a little too much, because that story kills me every time. This was a clip from the Friday night live stream. It's a community event that we do every Friday at 9:30 Eastern time. That's 6:30 Pacific. If you want to watch the whole video, the link will be down in the description down below. If you want to catch it live, make sure you hit that notification bell with the subscription to the channel. It'll remind you when we go live at the time. We'll see you then. Keep on trucking.